Okay, I think we're live here. So it looks like we already got got Freddie McKinney, Storm Chaser, up here right now, and we are on a wall cloud. Severe thunderstorm warning. Sorry for just jumping right into the action. Good afternoon. This is John McKinney, Storm Chaser. Just kind of in Plains Weather Media, and we're just kind of getting set up here. So got to get a few things going, but let's see here. Here's the storm that I believe Freddie McKinney is on, so we'll try to track him down and see where he's at. In the meantime, I'm going to get my laptop. Excuse me. Do you guys have my laptop by chance? Okay, getting set up here. And we lost contact with Freddie, so let's just see what he's got. There you go. Still getting set up here, guys. On in the studio. Let's see if I can show you what we're looking at right there. Let's go ahead and switch over. This is the storm. Severe warned. Go ahead and look at the velocities real quick. Doesn't look like rotating a whole lot, but maybe down here on the southern part of the storm. So that's kind of it. And we'll keep seeing what we can see there. Okay. Let me pull up. Get set up. Lots of setup. YouTube Studio. Go to content. Let's go to live. Not sure we're even. This says we're live. There we go. Okay, let's see if I can pull. See if we can pull in what Freddie's saying right here.
My friend Eli. Yeah, this is a top-rated ginger storm chaser here.
I saw him.
You saw, who'd you see? You saw Max? See, Max might be the #1, but Ben is starting to rise up the rankings right now, so give it a couple years. Ben's going to be giving Max a run for his money.
Tomorrow night I'll probably go live on that like line in Oklahoma.
Oh yeah.
Like 2 in the morning.
See, this guy's dedication is just unmatched, so yeah. I'm going to go hop back in the car, Ben, but I just want to say what's up, and I know we got to figure out what we're doing.
Run, cameraman.
The traffic's
run,
like crazy. What?
It needs help. Like it needs like the line
It
to like
does.
intersect.
There we go. All right. I think we're going here. So just kind of getting this going. And I can't hear anything, so my audio is not working. Let's try it. It says the microphone's working. Oh, something's not working with my mic. That's on. Work on some stuff here. Why is this not working? Is out. Testing 1, 2. Trying to figure out why the microphone is out. Desktop audio, mic auxiliary. Can't figure out why this is not working. All right, Cactus just gifted Freddie. Studio mode. Something up. Okay. It says visibility unlisted. Okay, now let's go see if it picks up here. Testing. See if I can hear something. See if we can hear something here. Looking for some audio to come through here. Some reason I'm not got the audio working. What's going on? Can anyone hear me or hear anything? Let's try Freddie, see if he can.
The popping.
Yeah, that probably does not sound good. Audio still good, chat? Is the audio still good? I think my chat's like bugging right now or something.
So is
There's like
mine.
too many you guys are commenting too much right now on the stream.
guys
It's
are
just like
going
bugging
nuts.
out. Holy cow. Who else just became a member there? Dark Metal Spider Coffee just with the 5
Having an
gifted
issue
memberships.
here with
Thank you,
my
Coffee.
audio,
W Coffee
so-
in the chat there.
Coffee.
Dark Metal Spider just joined. Holy cow.
All
How
right.
many people are joining right now? It's getting ridiculous. Got some rising motion there.
Can anybody hear
Let me turn up the
anything?
We got an audio with thumbs up.
You know, the bass on this thing though is looking a little bit nicer though. Northern or southern? I feel like the southern one. It could be just my eyes just deceiving me, but I like the way it's looking. Let me keep letting go.
For some reason the audio is not working, so I'm probably gonna have to just leave it running, log off. Streaming there, streaming there. Let's see what I can hear on my phone. Can you hear it? I can't hear it on this. Okay. I guess it's working. Good deal. Finally working. Interesting that how that thing on his windshield kind of makes it look like it's a line around the thunderstorm. It's like something reflecting into Freddie's windshield right there, but Skystar. Somebody's here. How you doing there, Skystar? Yes, you are, Skystar, but it doesn't mean you have to do anything. Just be positive, and if you don't want to be, just let me know. It's more of an honorary thing. Great. Great. So I'm looking at the storm right now that Freddie's on. Let me see. I've got some things that are not quite working that well, but let's just go ahead and look at the radar a second here. And look at all the So this storm looks like it has a little bit of rotation down here. Seeing some rotation on the storm. Let's kind of zoom in on that. Let's just animate it a little bit and see if we got anything. Yeah, a little bit of rotation down there. Maybe too many frames. Let's just go back. Let's. All right, escape out of this. It's been so long since I've been on the radar, I can't remember how to escape from this. There we go. We're back out of it. Had too many. Let's change the frames to 7 frames. Looks like they dropped the severe warning on this one down here at Kua. Bill, how you doing? Joe from Omaha. Okay, well, we're nearby, Joe. So I'm going to just let's go this way. Transition. This is what Freddie's seeing. And I don't know how to keep it from. What happens if I move this a little bit? Nope, let's just don't do that. I see. Okay, so we're gonna have to fix this. I'm gonna close that. Making some adjustments here. Lots of adjustments. Now let's go back to this, see what Freddie's seeing. Tornado warning, or is that severe thunderstorm warning? Let's see what's coming up. We got a tornado warning to the north right now. So we got a tornado warning on this storm to the north. And this is between Hollis, Gould. So new tornado warning has just been issued. Don't see any towns immediately within the, other than McQueen up here. So McQueen, you're under a tornado warning. See what the radar indicated tornado warning. Severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado. Radar indicated it's moving northeast at 20 miles per hour. So right there's the tornado warning. And I'll try to get location on Freddie. See where he's at. There's so many spotter beacons out there right now. Can't really pinpoint him. So he is he's just above Quanah. I think he's out of position for this storm right here. I think he's out of position. So sees the tornado warning. Definitely has rotation. All right, let's look at it. So he's down. Well, he's coming north. He's right about here. There he is right there. So Freddie's right. Excuse me, I transitioned over. Sorry, you can't see that. So Freddie's right there, our chaser, but he's south of the tornado warned storm. Let's go ahead and get a indication about how far away he is from there, which we can do with, I believe, this. He's about here, maybe? No, he's right here. What? According to this, he's 15 miles to the south of go ahead and shut this off. Whoops. Shut that off. Shut that off. Shut off. Okay. Anyway, let's see. He's right there. It's Ryan Scholl, James. Freddie's in here somewhere. I think he's this one. It's right there. How far away is Freddie? He's 15 miles away from this tornado warned storm. So our chaser's that far away. So let's look at the tornado warning here. Right here is our velocities. We've got some gate to gate. Not real strong winds, but it's also, this might be pretty low to the ground, so it's hard to decipher from this. But we definitely have some good rotation on this storm. And our radar, excuse me, let's end that. What radar are we using at the moment? We're using the one at Frederick, so that means our rotation. We got the greens coming toward the radar, and we got the reds going away. So here's our rotation. Let's go ahead and animate this at the moment. It's tracking up towards McQueen. So McQueen, you are under a tornado warning for sure, and Gold, it's even getting close to, if that's how you say it, Gold? Not sure how you pronounce that town. Definitely rotating storm, and it is tornado warned at the moment. So I'm going to find a good place to park this and go ahead and transition over here to our chaser, Freddie McKinney, that has the Shaggy, Scooby and Shaggy hat. And he is south of the storm, making his way to the north. A little bit out of position, but he's on a road to catch up to the storm. As long as he's got a decent clear shot on the highway. This storm's moving north at about 20 miles an hour, so I imagine he's moving at about 60, 70, probably 70 miles an hour. So he's closing on it at about 50 miles an hour. By the way, welcome in here. Good to see everyone. And good to see you. And Joe, you're from Omaha. That's pretty cool. Yeah, he's actually not that far away. If he can get up closer, might get a look at this storm. we'll just have to see right now how this plays out. Okay. I need to make an adjustment on my camera here. Let's see, what's the camera seeing? So we're watching Freddie McKinney's stream. Camera makes it look like I'm looking away from it. I'm actually looking at it on a split screen here, but I'm watching his stream right now. And you can see I've got the tornado warned velocities up in the bottom right corner. Let's transition over here for a minute. Storm's definitely rotating. Do not know if there's any visual on a tornado at this point. But it might be seeing the base of the cloud here on his stream now. That white cloud would be the base, and underneath it is the base of that white cloud on the left. That would be the base of the storm. Pretty amazing stuff here. So by the way, if you are watching and you haven't done so yet, please give the stream a like. And if you're looking for more severe coverage, I hope to have it set up better. Just kind of threw it together here real quick after church today. But please subscribe to the channel. Awesome. Already got 11 people liked it, so appreciate that. So let me give you a little transition over here real quick, and let's pull up the radar and just kind of make sure we're centered on it. So yeah, we got, let's see, who do we got? Has Freddie made it up here? Brandon Sullivan. Where's he at? Freddie's down here. Is that him? Nope. Looks like he took a road probably out this way to get out in front of it. So I'm going to switch radars here a minute. Let's go ahead and stop it. See if radar's picking up any potential debris on the storm. Maybe a little bit of some scattered stuff down here. Might have had a little tornado on the ground. It's hard to tell by this, but let's go ahead and switch back. Let's look at, excuse me, reflectivity right now. So on reflectivity, it doesn't look all that strong. Matter of fact, this southern storm looks to be stronger as far as the DBZs on it. But this one's definitely got the rotation. Let's try to see. I think Freddie's out here maybe. Let's see, is he there? There he is. So he's trying to take this diagonal road out and get in front of the storm that way. There's the velocity. So they're probably keeping an eye on the storm to the south. But that was a tough call. I think he was up here. And this one's heading in the direction of Mangum. And it's about to move out of the tornado warned box. It might get a new tornado warning issued to it. So let's check on our chaser, see what we can see. And he's just kind of out there in front of things, so he doesn't really even have the camera. It'd be over to the left of him right now, but not really seeing the be off to the left because he's trying to come up alongside of it. So let's just transition back over to the radar and see what this is looking like. So it's starting to move out of the polygon right here, sort of impacting Gould, if I'm saying that right. I just wish it was gold. That would be easier to say, but it's Gould. And don't think there's any reports right now. But it's definitely, if we animate this, let's just animate it. So it's moving off in this direction like that, which means it's heading toward Mangum. And we'll see if it continues to hold this structure. It's definitely rotating. And what we mean by rotating, these greens and reds, just kind of draw that out. So it's storms, it's getting inflow in like this. And then you've got the RFD and stuff pushing out. And then, you know, you've got this whole area in here that's the area of where there might potentially be a tornado. Now, these storms might be really low to the ground, so the radar might not exactly pick up what the storm chasers or storm spotters are seeing. That's why storm chasers are so important, because they're hungry to see tornadoes and anything on the ground, and they can confirm that, because sometimes the radar, because of the curvature of the earth, is not able to fully pick up rotation down to the ground. Now, the storm has just gotten severe warned. Not a new tornado warning. Right now it is severe warned though. Might say capable of producing a tornado. Let's just go ahead and see what the warning states. It's warned for 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts. Radar indicated. Expect damage to roofs, siding, and trees. Remain alert for a possible tornado. Tornadoes can develop quickly from severe thunderstorms. That's a good thing to remember. If you spot a tornado, go at once into the basement or small central room in a sturdy structure. So, good advice there. Because this severe thunderstorm is rotating. Excuse me. And it was warned for a tornado earlier. Joe Landy, no, not really any just debris signature yet. There was maybe a little one. Earlier, we'd have to go down here and look at that, but and See if it goes back 7 scans. Maybe have to go back further than 7. We're gonna have to go back 14. So if we go back right about there, and let's pull it back right about there. Could have been debris here hitting this and causing it to block it going this way, but not 100% on that. Where's our radar? Yeah, radar coming from our radar here. It's potential, but I haven't seen any reports, and I don't know whether or not there has been any tornado on the ground. So let's look at our reflectivity right now and sort of get an idea of what's happening. So down here, this part down by Quona, however you say that, Quana. Look how strong the storm is down here and the lightning strikes around it. So this storm is quite strong down here. Kind of surprised there's not a severe warning on it at the moment. Let's look at the velocities associated with this storm. No real tight circulation or anything. This one still looks to be the best up here as far as the rotation factor goes. So we've had one tornado warning today on this storm up here that's heading toward Mangum. So we'll keep an eye on it. Still early in the day, just getting going. There's Sun Cool. So Sun Cool's got a breeze going right now. So I'm just kind of hanging out this afternoon and doing a little weather coverage. And let's see how the boy Freddie's doing here with the chase. The chase is on. The chase is on. Sun Cool says, put salt and pepper on it, but I'm going to put it on almond flour tortilla with dairy-free cheese. Okay, sounds pretty good, whatever it is. Cooking a frozen turkey. All right, sounds good. We're having a turkey. So that kind of looked like Storm Runner Media that went by on Freddie's stream. He just kind of parked up here watching the thing to the north, but I wonder if he is sorry, my radar went kind of wacky there. Let's kind of pull things back in. I'll animate it. Let's change it to 7 frames. Animate that. Okay, so let's see if we can hear anything from Freddie's stream.
Here does not have much in terms of rotation. Everybody's running code 3 right now. They reported a funnel south.
South? Somebody reported a funnel south. Okay, interesting. Wow, look at that.
South of Colorado.
But look at the shape. Look at how isolated the storm is. What I like about the southern storm right now is it's kind of all by itself here. It's got unimpeded inflow coming up from the south, whereas that northern storm is dealing with a lot of just storms that are nearby. These are all going to be kind of messing with the main storm right here, that tornado warn one. So I'm thinking this southern one long-term will still be the play, probably as it crosses
To Oklahoma, crosses up probably by El Dorado. And look where we're sitting right now. We're sitting right up downstream from it. So we're sitting.
Hey, so guys, can you hear when I switched to Freddie's stream? Could you hear him talking there on my stream? That's one of the things I want to check out. If he's picking, are you hearing Freddie talk on the stream at all when I switch it over to his? You can give me some feedback on that. Would appreciate it. Let's see. Yes. Okay, good. Good. So so right now we don't have a lot to report. Still the one up north is looking the best. So let's just listen in on Freddie's stream here a little bit. I'm going to cut my mic and listen to his.
working out here. I mean, you got all the legends out here right now. So there's that guy going. Just gonna go up
Across the railroad tracks.
Just gonna go up towards El Dorado, just get a little bit out ahead of it because it needs a little more time, a little more space. Over 2,000 people watching. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Appreciate you guys. Oh, this guy's also running code 3 behind me. Everybody's got their flashing lights on. They're getting ready for this new storm chasing bill that's getting ready to be passed here, where everybody can run code 3. So everybody's just getting good practice in by running their code 3 early. So maybe we should adopt and get like 100 light bars on our car. And
Okay, so Freddie's sort of sarcastically talking about people running their lights, their flashing lights right now, because he's doing that in reference to a bill that certain ones that's being promoted by the local TV stations are promoting in Oklahoma. They're trying to pass a bill that would kind of limit storm chasers in Oklahoma. It would, especially the way the bill was initiated, would pretty much say you couldn't storm chase unless you had this special license, and pretty much just the TV stations were going to be able to have it and so forth. But so that made the storm chasing community a little upset, including me a little bit. But so there's a lot of chatter and drama on Twitter all about it, and we'll just see where it goes, and hopefully it'll just die. Hopefully the governor will veto it and whatever. But it's kind of crazy if you read it. You can find it on the somewhere out there, but it's a bill they're trying to pass. But anyway, not for it, but I don't see the need for it. But no, it doesn't sound good. Okay, so we got it. I see that. So Joe says western and north central Nebraska put into a winter storm watch. Oh, excuse me. I just sneezed. By the way, we've just had really crazy weather here in Nebraska. And why he's doing that, I'm going to switch over to radar here and then let's just see what's going on. Still this storm over here has some bouts with rotation. This just seems to be a good spot for wind shear right here. What we have is we have a low pressure in the area that's there's like a low pressure out here, but it's causing this arc of, you know, to spin around the low pressure, and these cells are kind of curling up along it, and that's getting some rotation. And what it appears that this storm up here is just kind of benefiting from that rotation better than anything else. Of course, down here now there's a little bit right in here. We're seeing a little bit of rotation right there. So we'll see if that storm down there starts to kind of get up here where those winds start crossing and making a difference. But that's very interesting about that winter storm situation. So let's go ahead and zoom out. What's going on up in Nebraska at the moment? Look at these temperatures for Nebraska. So right here in my area, 57 degrees. It's kind of breezy, kind of windy, but I think it might have hit 60 earlier. And then out here, western Nebraska, look at this, 67 degrees. Even South Dakota, it's warmer up here. Pine Ridge, 68. 61, Rapid City. You know, 50s up in South Dakota, so that's really warm. And let's see what kind of, maybe we can look for winter. What do we got here? Is there anything we can do? No, let's go. Let's see. Severe other, no. Sorry, I'm doing a little experimenting. Wanted to see what I could find with the winter. Nothing close. Tell you what I can do. I'll find something else here real quick. Let me transition over to this. See what they're looking at. New tornado warning, maybe. Am I missing something? I think maybe did a tornado warning come in? Let's see. Let's get back down here to our radar. No, that was old. That's old on Freddie's. Excuse me, on Freddie's. Not seeing anything down here yet as far as a tornado warning. So while you're looking at that, I'm trying to see how I can look at okay. There's something interesting. Let's just look at that a minute. There's seeing a feature that kind of looks a little bit like a wall cloud there. It's a base and it's a lowering. It's only 68 in Southern Cal. Yeah, so it's practically that here, which is odd, being what, second day of March. We've already had some mid-60s. Don't expect that to last totally. Well, it looks like the guys are seeing something they want to lock in on. But I got some curiosity here, so I want to try something. Hopefully you'll be able to see this. Come on. Weather.gov. Let's go to National Weather Service. Oh yeah, look. What's going on here? There it is. That's the winter storm. Winter storm watch is issued for this area. This brown here is a high wind watch. That's basically what I'm getting. Is I'm in the high wind watch here in Polk County. Winter storm watch is, I know you can't see that. What happens if I transition to the radar for a second? Let's do that. So the winter storm watch says what? Blizzard conditions possible. Total snow accumulations 1 to 4 inches possible. Winds could gust as high as 65 miles per hour. So 65-mile-an-hour winds with any snow is going to be blizzard-like conditions because it'd be very hard to see. Where portions of north central Panhandle, it'd be Nebraska southwest and west central Nebraska from late Monday night through Tuesday night. Whiteout conditions are possible and may make travel treacherous, potentially life-threatening. Plan on slippery road conditions. Okay, so much for the nice weather. So before, somebody just pulled into Freddie's view. Which is okay. I mean, there's only so many places. Oh, you're trying to see what I see, but there's only so many places you can park out there on some of those roads. There's just not a lot good places to pull off. But you can't see it because it's behind the radar, but there's a car parked there. So let's look at the radar and see if there's anything here that's not really sure where Freddie is, but right now, storms don't look too crazy. So that's near El Dorado, but this one has some pretty strong DBZs on it. That's got some strong, it's got up to 64 DBZs. That's a really strong storm right there. Yeah, I wonder, Joe, if it'll come east. I think there's a possibility, especially by Tuesday, because there's another low pressure type thing developing. Tuesday's got a big risk for severe weather, and so Freddie's going to stay down here in this area. Let me locate him at the moment here. I can find him. All those little dots there, those are storm chasers and spotters, and it's really hard to find somebody unless you know exactly where they're at. So he's by this town called Creta. He's not there, but he's not there, and he's not there. So where is he? Zoom in further. There he is. It's just a little bit north. So he's actually sitting down here now by these more powerful storms. DBZ wise. And the only way I can find him in all those, I mean, look at all these dots. I mean, sometimes it's just next to impossible to find somebody down here and all around, as I have to have another way to locate him. And I do. So there he is right there. And let's see what they're seeing as a result. Oh, looks like they got Storm Runner Media there. Oh, there's Freddie. And he's got his new Scooby Shaggy hat on that he just got yesterday. Someone gave him a gift. There we are inside the Chase Mobile. Then you can see his location on radar there. On at the moment, looks like linear squall line coming across. But appreciate you guys watching. Right now it doesn't look like too much threatening, and we'll just have to kind of wait it out here to see if there's anything that becomes of this. Let's see, who's that? Oh, it's Proxima. Very good, very good. So, storm chasers are just looking for stuff, excuse me. 63 for Sky Star. What do you think about Twister's Mill? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of looks like Twisters, doesn't it? Looks like they're going to do moving some direction. I don't know if it's north or south. There's Eli eating a Pop-Tart. Wow. Eli's a funny guy. So those two actually went to high school together. And I've said this before, but they're both pretty good singers. Eli is a very good, accomplished singer. Now we got to train. So while they're looking at that, what happens if I switch there? That happens. Okay, so they're looking at the train. We'll watch the train for a minute too. Wish I could pull up another screen. Train's pretty cool. I like trains a lot, so we'll I like trains a lot, except if there's a tornado on the ground and it's 15 miles away and can't go anywhere because there's a tornado or there's a train in the way. That's the only time you don't like a train. Let's transition back real quick and pull our radar up and see what's going on. I'm going to animate this so I think part of the problem with these storms right now is there's not a lot of curve. I mean, I sort of thought these storms would be arcing out a little bit more, which would tend to give them a little more rotation, and just in my mind. Kind of like these up to the north, how it's kind of curving off to the left. And so you get some that rotate a little better up here. These down here are just not getting a lot, but maybe they'll get something going. Let's just examine everything from a velocity standpoint. So looking up the line, not seeing anything especially concerning. Not seeing anything in here. So those are the two radars, really. This is the best one too that we have to work with. Nothing great at the moment. So while that's going on, let's see what happens if I pull this up. So now I want to look at the so this is what we're looking at today. What happens when I control scroll? So this is the risk for today. There's a slight risk in the middle here. Interestingly, there is also a fire risk for today somewhat in the same area, and it's definitely elevated. So there's, because of the winds, fire risk. No, that's day 3 through 8. So sorry, that's not today. So let's go back, see if this will pull up. There's today's situation. They still have a 5% for tornado. So they're saying there's a 5% chance of a tornado in a 5% chance of seeing a tornado in an area around near your town. So that's for today. I won't read any of this. It's a lot of words for not a lot that's happening. So that's today. There's also a wind risk and hail. I haven't seen much hail yet. Okay, so now let's look at, so tomorrow there's a risk, and probably the new day 2 is out. Now they've got for tomorrow, they got this deal going, a larger area for a 5% for tornado and a larger area for a 2%. Fortunately, my work is a little bit crazy right now. Otherwise, I would probably try, or I could try to swing down for this one, but I just can't get out of work and I can't get off of work in time to get down there and investigate this one. That's tomorrow. Categorical, but there is a thunderstorm risk, and occasionally you can get a tornado even in the thunderstorm risk area. So I might get out and do a little storm chasing just locally. That's the scenario for tomorrow, and Freddie's probably going to be chasing tomorrow. And if you want to see any of my storm chasing, you'll have to head on over to John McKinney Storm Chaser, and that's where I go live and post some of my storm chasing potential. We'll just swing back over to radar for a second, make sure there's nothing crazy going on. At the moment, I don't see any warnings down in the area or anything like that. So it's pretty smooth right at the moment. So now let's go back and let's look at the big day. This is the day 3. And this will be Tuesday. And there is a chance, you can see that on my cursor there, that I might get out and just get down in this marginal area down in here a little bit late in the afternoon. Or if it's too early in the day, I won't even be able to get that because I'm up here in central Nebraska and I'm just too locked in. But this is the big day. This is Tuesday. They have an enhanced risk, a slight, a marginal, and a thunderstorm risk that comes clear up into Nebraska and clear up into South Dakota and even Minnesota. Probabilities, they've got a hatched area right here. And this is what it says. I'll just read this part right in here. It seems more likely that greater surface heating will occur in this region as well. Should this environment be realized, a strong tornado would be possible. Okay, so they're saying on this day that a strong tornado would be possible. Otherwise, very strong low-level wind fields will support scattered, damaging wind gusts, even with more marginally surface-based storms. So that's the situation for Tuesday. There's the category, and then back on day 4. You can hardly see it. Let me just lock in on day 4 there. Day 4, it's out east, and a slight risk is in play for that. I think there's always a possibility for a tornado out there as well. So that's the weather situation for the next few days. Looking kind of tough. Now let's transition back to let's see what our guys are looking at. They're looking at this. That is what we call a shelf cloud right there. That is a shelf cloud. They are just east of this, and that cloud would be likely moving slowly toward them. I'm going to say it's mostly moving north, but it's kind of moving east. Slowly working its way east, and there we got a signal cut. So let's go back to our radar here. And let's examine some of these storms. Maybe down here to the south, we're getting a little rotation. Maybe a little row. Maybe just a little row. Let's see. This is where these chasers have to make decisions. Do they go north and try to play this area up here? Or do they, by Mangum, or do they stay south and work and try to play for this down here? Tough decisions to make. So it says Freddie's near El Dorado, Oklahoma. Let me just verify that. Let's see where he's at. Right, this shows him moving. This does not. Let me make sure he's live. He's not. There he's live. Heading east toward Altus. Yes, thank you, Sky Star. Don't forget to hit the like button. If you haven't done that already, it's one way to support this channel. This is a new channel. It's kind of slow getting off the ground, but I really haven't had a lot of good opportunities yet with this channel. I started it through the winter season, and it just hasn't been that crazy. So let's transition over to this. So he's headed towards Altus, which is this here, and that would be, where's he at? Here? Is he clear over here? Wow, he cleared over here. Okay. So that's where Freddie is right now, just kind of halfway between north and south on this line. Probably getting ready to play these southern storms down there. GR, thank you. Who'd you thank for reminding you? Did I remind you of something, or did the moderator or Skystar Suncool? Oh, to hit the like button, maybe. Thank you. Thank you very much. So this is what we've got. It's just, you know, I mean, as far as excitement, it doesn't get any less exciting than this at the moment. So but this storm down here that's south of Freddie, I'm talking about this area right in here, is quite strong. And we have a way of examining it, is with this little inspector tool right here. Is Puppy up? Huh? You don't know? 60 dBZs. 62 there. So, that being said, up here to the north, doesn't look all that impressive. This is the best radar, but we can also look from this radar. Just doesn't look that good. So we'll just have to write it out on this one. Let's see where Mr. Freddy's going here. Let's see what direction. It's having trouble picking him up. Well, based on the fact that he's going on the screen right to left, I'm going to say he's going south right now. I'm going to say he's going south. There's a nice shelf cloud there coming into view. He just kind of lost signal. GR, I'm going to try to be able to cover them potentially. Arkansas, yes, you are in a pretty good risk area. So I would just make some preparations, but also have a plan. And I have a variety of plans for storms depending on where you live and what your house is like or what your shelter's like and all that. But I'll try to cover. If I am not out doing a little storm chase, I will probably likely be doing some storm coverage that day. That's going to be potentially a big day. But since you mentioned that, let's look at a little bit of a let's transition over to this. Now I'm going to pull up a model real quick here. Let's see how far out we are. Let's grab Arkansas. Okay, so let's try a different model real quick. Let's try a different sector. This way it would be easier to see. Okay, so let's look at this a minute, GR. This is Tuesday, and this is Tuesday at about 12 o'clock, about noon. Yeah, and Arkansas has some storms coming through there. I'm going to say that the bigger threat is going to be Mississippi and the isolated storms out here. Let's look at the parameters for supercell composites. As you'll see there on Tuesday, not real high for Arkansas, which is this area right here. How about significant tornado? Let's look at that. Just a little bit, but as you'll see down here in Louisiana, that looks like this is going to, the way it's shaping up is that the biggest threat is down where you see all these colors. And this is significant tornado parameters. Pretty high right there, but not so high in Arkansas. And as we move later in the afternoon, this is about 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. This is about 6 o'clock. Mississippi is in the crosshairs, really, for the biggest tornado potential. That does not mean that there's not tornado potential up here. There is. It's just not as high as it is down here, right on the line of, kind of the line of Arkansas and Louisiana is a little bit of the cutoff for the higher parameters for the tornado threat. And then one of my favorites is these helicity swaths. So these lines that are going to appear, these green lines, those are indicative of rotating updrafts. And you'll see, well, they're coming up into Arkansas, so there is going to be rotating storms up here. So you can see this swath of rotating storms. Doesn't mean there might not, the parameters are higher down here, but the actual storms that are firing are more right along the line. Now, I don't know where you live in Arkansas, but the bigger threat is right along this Mississippi Delta area. Right in here. Of course, this is Nam Nest. I wonder if the triple R makes it out here that far. Let's see. Let's go back to 18Z. Does that make it out? Triple R shows right here in Louisiana a tornado tracking across Louisiana at about noon on Tuesday. So this model only goes out at the moment to noon on Tuesday. Definitely a threat. Let's look at the helicity swaths. Definitely a threat here. Again, these lines are tracks that show rotating thunderstorms. Quite a number of them. Quite a number of them. And those are the tracks of the thunderstorms that are rotating. Hopefully that's helpful. Something that I look at all the time, and Freddie spends a lot of time watching. So let's go ahead and see what's happening here. So it looks like he's talking about a shelf cloud. So let's go ahead and tune in and pick it
No
up.
wind noise. No, it's okay. Okay, good. That's good to hear. Good to hear.
Peeking through a
Wind
window.
noise is good. I might need to get a coat, man. It's kind of cold out here.
It is kind of cold out
A
here.
coat? He said he's
Okay
going
for
to get
now,
a
but
coat.
even some striations over there. Look at that scud.
Yeah.
That scud's starting to kind of get sucked in there. We're just going to keep watching right there. In fact, look at how it's kind of flowing to the south, actually. So we do have some left to right going on right over here. Maybe, I don't think the odds are super high, but maybe we could get something that tightens up here in the next couple minutes. So we're going to keep an eye on this. This is really our last shot of the day at something dropping. Even a little bit more to the left as well, I think. Got a little
I'll answer
rotation
your
there,
question,
so.
Sky Star.
I am.
in a
I'm
little
gonna hop
bit.
in. It's cold, man.
So cold.
It's so cold.
Run, run, run.
It's so cold,
Hey,
man.
puppy.
Wow.
Gotta
Oh, it's
escape.
cold. I mean, they don't call
Come
it
here,
a cold
pup.
core setup for nothing. But yeah, we just keep an angle just kind of slightly to the,
The
left.
puppy
Oh,
just
you got
came
it.
in.
Yeah,
It's also wide.
right there. I mean,
Come
that
here,
is
pup.
beautiful shelf cloud, though. Okay.
Oh,
At least we can
are you
appreciate
doing?
the beautiful storm structure here, guys. Oh, do we miss
Picking
a
up
super
my
chat there?
popcorn
By who?
crumbs. Hmm?
Leslie. Hello, Freddie and Eli. What's up, Leslie? Thank you for the super chat
What you
there.
got? What is that? No.
Yeah, I'm just sitting like literally like 2 miles south
Hey,
of town, just
what is
watching
that?
the
Oh,
shelf.
that's just that plastic lid. Okay.
Good old shelfie.
I got an intruder here. It's big puppy dog, and he's at my feet. He's
Actually,
too big.
look,
Come here.
right
Come here. Come up here.
A
Come
little
on.
left or right, like right in front
Come
of
on,
us.
girl. Come on.
Mosquitoes?
Hey, come here.
Wait, there's
Come here.
mosquitoes?
Puppy's down at my feet. I'll
I was like, what the heck is that? I looked out my window and had it swarmed by skeeters right now.
Okay, note to
I
self,
will.
I'm staying in the car.
Hold on. Sorry.
That's gonna go
Okay,
over the
well, the
radio.
dog's in
What
here,
was
so
that? Like, they're gonna be like, what?
I will keep trucking on this. I'll get back to
This
that
guy.
question
Oh, look at the striation.
in a little bit. So there's a little scud
Nice stacks
forming
up there.
underneath this
What
shelf
is that, like,
cloud that
reflection?
they're
Oh, that's
looking
just the
at.
trim of the car. Yeah, I was
And
like,
the scud is, if
this
you
shelf cloud's gorgeous.
stop moving it around,
Gorgeous
it's this
shelf
little
cloud here.
gray stuff underneath,
Oh man!
forming underneath.
Just sit here, enjoy the show. Just south of
The scud, if you can see my
Oklahoma
cursor,
right
is
now. Probably
right
still
there.
says severe thunderstorm warning.
It's
there's not a severe
it's
thunderstorm warning. I'm gonna
condensation
drop
that
back down to
forms
just base.
underneath the
Stream.
cloud. A lot of times it's associated with
We'll see.
some
Maybe we'll get a warning.
some
That's enough
inflow
hail. I feel like we could
and
drop a
some
severe
updraft.
thunderstorm warning on that.
it forms and then
All
it
right,
gets
chat.
pulled up
Where's
into.
everybody watching from right now?
I want to see it.
Where's everybody watching from? I want to see it in the chat. Drop your location in the chat. You guys
Let's
are watching
see.
us here in Altus, Oklahoma, but let's see where everybody else is at right now.
Area of sinking motion. A little area trying to reach down there for a second. Interesting looking.
Yeah, I mean, there's just like a lot of turbulent motion and like little eddies that try to
Okay.
spin up, but they're just like not successful.
All right, so they're looking at
Grass fed straws, but I'm just looking for anything.
the storm. I'm gonna mute them.
No, it looks great. Yeah, it looks great. Holy cow, Shaq! I got Minneapolis, Sweden, Ohio.
Looks great. Nola, yeah, it's Nola, but she's. We'll see if we can get over here after a while, but she's kind of wandered off for now. So radar, where can you learn? Where can you learn about radar? That's a great question. I kind of picked it up with I probably would go to YouTube and I would just type in how to read radar, And or you just by watching some of these weather coverages. So, and we can do a little bit of that while we're here because they're just kind of parked on this shelf cloud at the moment. But you know, basically just a couple things. One, you've got your different radar locations. This one is KFDR. I don't know how to, you know, so this would be the radar for apparently Frederick. Then up here is Amarillo. This is their radar, KAMA. And basically what it does is a couple different modes. The one you see, this right here is called reflectivity. And this one picks up like water. I mean, this picks up like how much rain and hail is in the storm. That's the reflectivity. So the radar's bouncing off the water droplets or the hail droplets. And the darker the purple, the stronger it is. So there might be some hail right in here. dBZs is the measurement. And here's 67 dBZs. That is actually pretty strong. So that means there's either a very hard downpour of rain in here, or there's actually some hail associated with all these dark purple colors. And then the dark purple transitions all the way out to the lighter green. And the darker the purple, the stronger that area of the storm is. We call that the hail core. A lot of times you'll see people like Freddie will say, I don't want to get in the hail core. So they don't want to get in this area because they're afraid that the hail will bust out their windshield. So you get in those dark purples, you run the risk of getting hit with bigger hailstones. And this area right here is pretty much the strongest storms that are out here right now are those. So that's reflectivity. And you're seeing this coming from this radar right here is looking at it. And this radar is looking out in this area along here like this. It covers that area. So everything along here, this radar can see. The further it gets away, like out here, it has trouble seeing anything out that far because it just doesn't go that far. Then the other major one is called velocities. And this measures the speed of wind. So this is showing wind speeds. And again, the greens are coming toward the radar. The reds are going away from the radar. So right now you have coming from this Frederick radar, you've got the reds going away, heading toward the storm. These winds are going toward the storm. These greens in here are going toward the radar. Those greens are coming toward the radar. So that is where you get that. There's Charlie. Hey, welcome in, Charlie. Charlie, you can help us. Where would be a good place to learn radar? So that's one thing you can do. Now, if you don't have your own radar to look at this stuff, I think I can find somewhere where you can go for right now. Real quick, give you a quick, that's what they're seeing. Shelf clouds getting closer toward them. It's pretty cool, actually. That's what they're seeing. You can go to this site. I'm just going to let you see this, and I'm going to type it in here in front of you. If you go to weather.gov, you see that? You click on weather.gov, then click on this National Weather Service. If you click on this map, anywhere you click on this map, it'll pull up the radar. It'll pull up the weather service in that area. So right now we're down here in this Oklahoma area, in Texas. So it's pulling up the Norman at this point. But I want to go back. I want to pull up maybe this one here. Okay, Lubbock. Let's see. Will Lubbock help us? I want to find the one right where the storms are on. Maybe this one? Norman. Okay, we'll just go here for now. So when you get on Norman, if you come down and come down here, you will find this local radar here. So you don't have to buy your own radar to go ahead and do some practicing and looking. You can click on this one here. You click on it, and there, it's kind of zoomed in here. I wish it wasn't so zoomed in. But you can zoom in on it, and then you can't really see it, but maybe if I can't pull it down. But up in the left, let's see, left-hand corner, you can actually change this. Right now it's on reflectivity. And here's what we're looking at here. See if I can take the alerts off. This is the current storms we're dealing with. You can change this over to velocities. Let's see. Base map. What can I change this to? When you click on advanced, how about no alerts? It's not as easy as I said it was, but there is a setting in here. I've been on here sometimes. Maybe it's down here. You can change it over to velocities, but I can't find it. Reset, hide menu, standard. There's satellite. So change it over to satellite. I'd like to get off these overlays. I'm searching how to get to hit advanced. Where can I find there's a place to change it over to velocities, and I'm not finding it right now. Maybe it's here. Standard radar. Learning how to work my way around. So, obviously this is not a lot of help to you, but anyway, we're on this radar right here, and I can't find where to change it to velocities, but Charlie's got something, a great place to the radar basics is from MetEd. This is a tool I used when I interviewed at a private weather office last year, and it's free. Cool. So there you go. Head on over there. And then a lot of it's just clicking around and learning your way around. Now, I fortunately, Freddie learned everything he's learned on his own, just self-taught. And then he's taught me how to do a lot of stuff. But this radar app, this is Radar Mega, and I just started using this just this year, so I'm not super familiar with Radar Omega. I use Radar Scope when I'm out chasing, and I just find that a lot easier to use, and I'm also most familiar with it. But this one works pretty good for what we're doing here. So now, let's see. In case you're wondering, that's what's going on Freddie's stream. Super cool. By the way, if you haven't done it yet, please hit that like button. And if you want to see future related content, go ahead and subscribe. I know today is not overly exciting because there's not a whole lot going on, and you can see that on Freddie's stream. But that can always change. So we're going to head on over to the radar at the moment. You can see this line here. Let's see where to go. See this line? This is basically the shelf cloud right here. Here's your shelf cloud, and it's those winds flowing in and the winds flowing out that's causing this shelf cloud that you were seeing earlier. And it's moving slowly across. Now there is a little bit of a kink up here out at this airport. Switch back over to reflectivity. Looks like there's getting some kinks in the line here, so maybe we'll get something coming out of this, maybe not. We'll head over here by Oklahoma City and pull up this radar. Now this is interesting. What I find interesting over here is these storms that are away from the radar. They have nice curling looks. They're not very strong, but they are curling. And College of DuPage also has a great free radar viewing website. Okay. I have not, College, have I seen their free viewing radar website? I'll have to check that out, because sometimes if I'm at work or something and my phone doesn't work very well, I'm often looking for a way to see the radar on my computer at work. So looking at this here, let's see if there's any velocities associated with these storms here. Just no, at least nothing that's kind of leaps out. They're also, well, that's this, just noticed something. That's also on the T radar. No, I'm on the K radar. So kind of far out here on the K radar. What about this radar? There we go. Nothing, I just like the shapes of them, but they're not really, there's not enough height to them. There's not enough going on to really make a difference. So the real action at the moment is over here. It's mostly just a squall line at the moment. But it's coming off a low pressure. Time is at 4:30. Let's see what we got. Not sure what the gang is doing right now. Let's go ahead and see if we can listen in a little bit and
Go
find.
back around, take a look at it, see what we got. We still got some good
Structure. In fact, you can tell it's rotating there. It's got that look to it, so.
CTM, welcome to the society.
Yes, welcome to the society there, CTM. Look at the rotation there, Chad. We still have some rotation just to our northwest there, right here. You got the reds moving away from the radar, greens moving toward the radar. That's a couplet right there. So I'm gonna see if I can find a spot
Right up here.
somewhere. Yeah, maybe right here. Is this like an actual like
So we're looking
road,
at
or is this just like? I'll have to find out. See what this is. That is definitely not a road, but it doesn't really need to be a road. It just needs to be a thing that we can pull off onto.
So they're
although
down
there's that
by
stupid mountain that's in the way, and I hate that. Ooh, we could pull it right there though. Ooh. Yeah, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal.
It's not that deep.
It's really not that deep. All right, what's like the best looking
This
thing
is
here?
our chaser on the ground right now.
Because the area of
and,
rotation's kind of like right where we're pointing right now.
what you're seeing
Or maybe even
underneath
just a
there
little
is
bit
some
more
scud.
Kind of this way.
These
But you
clouds
can't really see a
hanging
whole lot
down
up there,
underneath.
so. Where Thunderstorm Freddy? It is right in front of us. This is a thunderstorm. Maybe we'll catch some thunder here in a second.
Kaboom.
Okay, so that's the shell cloud. And I am going to, so he's at Altira. Let's go ahead and see if we can. Too bad that doesn't stay on when I go there. So he's right here. He's on this thing right here. And one of these guys is Freddy. Where are you, Freddy? This is the cloud they're looking at. Nothing ultra fantastic, but we will transition over, listen in, see what we can pick up.
But we're going to give it a little bit more time because it has become a little bit more isolated. See? It's kind of become like one.
All right, so we got 26 likes on the stream. Appreciate that. Thank you for those likes. Grifter. Grifter, how you doing today? By the way, I get only 15 people in here watching, but where are you watching from here on Plains Weather Media? Why we're waiting for these guys to land on something. Oh, that's a nice feature on his stream right there. Just noticing Charlie is the Wisconsin gang.
Holy coke. Holy. Shut up, Will. Hey. Wait, tornado. Not tornado, but tornado TRX. We chasing on Tuesday, or are we teaming up?
Okay.
What's the vibe?
And you're in Minnesota? Wow. Grifters in Pacific Northwest. GR's in Arkansas, of course. We talked about that. Sun Cool. Southern California. So, Ann, you might get a little bit of thunderstorm action on Tuesday. I think it might work its way all the way up there. And then Sun Cool's in Southern California, Sky Stars in Southern California. Okay, so Freddie's talking quite a bit there, so I had to, let's see, was he? I think I had him muted anyway. Did I have him muted? Yes, I have him muted, so that's okay. So they're seeing a little bit of scud right in here, but that's about it. Nothing to overly be concerned about. Radar is not showing a lot. Let's transition over. Who else we got? Southern Cal, all beautiful places. Yes, they're all beautiful except Nebraska. Well, Nebraska's somewhat beautiful. We get to see a lot of cold weather, sparkly phenomenon. So, but look at this down here. Let's watch this. Take a look at this one down here. It's got a little bit of a hook on it. And it's the strongest part of the line right down here at, what is that? Olusty? Well, that's hard to say. I don't know how you say that. But anyway, we got this storm down here. Not really rotating, but it is. It is giving us an interesting look. I don't know if that's what Freddie and them are seeing. Where are they at? Let's find them. Maybe he's coming down here. I just like this one down here to the south. So if it was me, I guess maybe I'd be there. I don't know where I would be, but perhaps I'd be chasing that one down there. So let me see if I can locate Freddie again. Where's he at? Refresh my app. A lot of you guys already know about this app called Life 360. So we kind of have our family on there, and that helps us to find where everybody is, which is a nice app. And so Freddie's out here. There he is right there. So I was able to locate him quickly. So he's right there, close enough to whatever action there might be. 6:30 p.m. sunset in OKC. It's pretty cool. You know, here we are, second day of March already. Can't believe it. Second day of March. Oh, the latest scan here doesn't look that crazy interesting. Is there anything out here today? Is there anything going on? I think it might be kind of done for the day. As far as, I think our window might be passing. Could be wrong though, but I think our window might be passing. GR, Mariposa, Merced, Madeira, Kern, Twing, I think. Okay. Chasing hour. Is this the chasing hour? Is this actually the chasing hour? Maybe this is the hour. Okay, so now they're zooming in on their location. Oh, special weather statement? They have a special weather statement on their storm? How come we don't have that on our radar? Let's see what we got here, guys. Let's transition over a second. I might not have statements set up on this right now. I might have taken special weather statements off. Let me just kind of check about that control panel. Do I do that here? Charlie will probably have to tell me where to find that. Let's see, does statements come on here? These are, no. No. Watches. Just looking for stuff. Not there. What's this? Sometimes there's just too many overlays. Longer days. Data overlay settings. Let's see here. Visibility, wind shear, blah, blah, blah. Let's see, marine. Nope. Nope. What's other? Sometimes you got to really dig for this stuff. Control panel? Thought it would be on here. X out of that. Well, not finding it at the moment, but says that's Freddie's location right there. So let's see, do we see anything on velocities? Well, maybe a little turbulence there. We'll call it turbulence. Maybe a little turbulence, a little reds and greens, but maybe not in the right order. So let's see what we're seeing. Guys, what are you seeing? Are they muted? Seeing. Guys, what are you seeing? What are you seeing? Are they muted? I think they were watching my stream for a second there, maybe. It's hard to tell. Guys, what are you seeing? Oh gosh, they're... Hold on. Did I just get raided? What are you seeing? Okay, I think I just got raided. I think they were watching my stream for a second there, maybe. It's hard to tell. Okay. Oh gosh, they're... Hold on. I'm trying to watch... Did I just get raided? I'm trying to watch their stream, and here you guys are in my stream. Well, welcome in, guys. Watching my stream for a second there, maybe. It's hard to tell. Freddy Raid. Okay. Yes, that's a Freddy Raid. Oh gosh, they're... Look at all these people. Hey, welcome in. And by the way, since you're here, please go ahead and give the stream a like. Here you guys are in my stream. Well, welcome in, guys. And many of you already have. So we're up to 68 likes. Raid. But yes, that's a Freddy Raid. There you go. So this is Plains Weather Media. Hey, welcome in. And
Sorry,
by the
I'll
way,
transition over to the radar.
please go ahead and give the stream a like. Here you guys are
That's
my
where
stream. Well,
Freddie.
welcome in,
Okay.
guys. And many
I
of you
gotta
already
do
have,
something
so we're
here.
up to 68 likes. But now he's calling. Hey, dude.
You had your audios looping.
Yeah, I know. I had your stream on. It should be
Go
fine
ahead and
now.
shut off that. Yeah, shut it off real quick.
I did.
All right, good deal. All right, that's all I was gonna say.
Actually, I just should have just muted the desktop. That would have been fine. Okay. So, anyway, thanks for the stream, Raid. And
yeah, of course, man. Maybe Breakdown Tuesday or something.
Breakdown Tuesday. You want to see what's going on Tuesday?
Or maybe it's about to drop a tornado here or something.
That's what's going on Tuesday right there, guys.
All right, I'm gonna let you go, Dad.
Okay. Talk to you later.
Yep.
All right, Freddie gave me a stream raid, but I wasn't prepared for it at the moment, so sorry about that, guys. But now I'm starting to lock in. So we're looking at, this is Tuesday. This is the big day that's coming up on the severe weather situation, and there's the probabilistic. They already got a hatched area here for potential for tornadoes. And that being said, let's just look at that a little bit. Forecast models. The triple R doesn't quite make it out there, but the NamNest does. So let's look at this right here. Here's the reflectivity for Tuesday. Wow. Is that the new one? Did it just come in? It's looking pretty good. So that's what's going on. Looks like we've got some storms firing just about everywhere. This is at about 5 o'clock. And plenty of action going on there in northern Mississippi, but then these isolated storms down here will be the ones as we go into the evening that could really produce some tornadoes. Supercell composites for Tuesday. Here we are at about 2 o'clock. Louisiana is just loaded with supercell composites. And that's crazy parameters, really. I really would like to be chasing on Tuesday, but I am not going to be able to. But instead, I'm going to be doing a little severe weather coverage. But the supercell composites are just incredible right there. And then as the afternoon goes on, here we are at about 5 o'clock. It's moving into Mississippi. And then as the evening goes, it kind of wanes a little bit. Same token, let's look at the, one of my favorites is the significant tornado parameters. And you can see some off to the left. So this is, tomorrow we could look at that as well for the Oklahoma area. But look at that significant tornado parameters coming across early Tuesday morning. Wouldn't be surprised if there's not some tornado watches like in the morning of Tuesday morning. I just wouldn't be surprised at all. And if I was chasing this, I would be down here working these early tornado, this early tornado, morning tornado potential. And then I just keep moving along with it as it comes through. At noon, it's coming into the higher parameters are coming in Louisiana. And then I would just kind of jettison out here to the Mississippi area and set up in the Delta and get ready for the big show, which looks to be parameter-wise southern Mississippi, central Louisiana, on into Mississippi. But then if you look at these helicity swaths, let's see. Let's raise this up here. You look at these helicity swaths, which are basically what we call tracks. These are these little green lines with some nice little yellow. The yellow, the more yellow the color, the stronger it is. But these all represent rotating updrafts. And even though the parameters are down here in Louisiana, it looks like, according to these tracks, the storms are firing a little bit more north, but they're all tracking northeast. Some of them are particularly long. So these are rotating thunderstorms with updrafts. Rotating updrafts is what this represents right here. Dallas is cooked. Yep, no problem. Jasper. Not sure which Jasper, but Paige, good to see you. Coffee's in here. Chris's weather. All the great people are in here right now. So that's a look for Tuesday. But why don't we look also at, let's go back one, because tomorrow is another deal. And that's Monday. And so we have a slight risk out for the Red River area, which is between Oklahoma and Texas. And so we've got National Weather Service has issued already a 5% for tornado for this big area right there. And so we'll look at that real quick to see. The triple R does reach that. So we'll just hit this area right here. Back it up to 18Z, I guess. We'll see these storms work across. Now Monday, not showing a lot firing yet, but it's just early. So it's amazing. You know, this is the area right here where the risk is, but the triple R is not showing, sorry about that, it's not showing a lot firing yet. There we go. Because it's a late show. Look how late that is. That's what the concern is. That threw me. So this is actually, if that's what they're talking about right there, that's at midnight right there. 11 o'clock, you have nothing. Midnight, you have all these storms firing. Like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. Maybe I could chase that. Maybe I could just drop down here to Wichita and do a little night chasing, and then I could get back to work at time at 8 o'clock in the morning, get about 1 or not even any sleep, just skip the sleep, and then just go to work. What do you think? Is that a plan? Should I do that? Do a little nocturnal night tornado chasing? Maybe I can get Mike Delane to back me up on that. He's pretty good at that stuff. Anyway, that's the threat, it looks like, for tomorrow, which is actually very, very early Tuesday morning. And then as things transition along, the line just kind of drops down and hammers its way through. You can see the triple R only goes out to noon on Tuesday. 18Z, as you'll see up here, let me scroll this down. You can't really see it in the screen, but 18Z is the equivalent of 12 noon, basically. 12 p.m. noon is triple R. And you can see there's like a low pressure spinning right here, and that's really fueling that. So let's just hold that thought and let's move up one because I want to see what's going on up in this area for Tuesday. Let's go back to 18Z. How about for us poor people up here who can't be down there storm chasing, but we would still like to see a tornado or something? Look at this area up here around Kansas City. Very early in the morning, you got stuff firing, and you can see how the low pressure is pulling these bands up here. It's pulling along, and it's making for storm potential of some kind. At noon, look how it's cranking around right here. See, let me raise this up so you can see it a little bit better. And then you got some storms firing like right in the low down here between Salina and Kansas City. That's as far out as it goes, but also looks to be a lot of rain. And by the way, we're going to get some rain out of this deal. Total accumulation. There's the rain. It's pretty heavy rain, which I'm sure is needed all over the place along with this storm. So that's kind of what's going on as we break that down. Now, what happened to the storms that Freddie was on? What's going on? He cut his stream. Is there anything going on out here? Doesn't look like we have anything. Doesn't look like anything crazy going on, for sure. These storms are tracking up. Maybe this southern one here, what we call tail end Charlie, I don't know. Maybe it could do something, but it's getting kind of late in the day. I think the window is closing on the severe event for today. So how many people? We got 718 people watching. Wow, that's like a record for Plains Weather Media. So while you're here, be sure to tap that like button. Thank you for all the likes already. Appreciate that. And go ahead and subscribe for future content. And if you want to subscribe to my storm chasing channel, that's John McKinney Storm Chaser, because there are some rare times when I actually get the tornadoes when others don't. So not very often, but once in a while that happens. A couple times last year that happened. So you don't want to miss it. So look over here by Wichita Falls. What's going on over here? Would that do anything? That's the question. Wichita Falls is getting hit with some thunderstorms that are developing over here. Do any of them have rotation on them? Let's look at velocities. Well, maybe a little bit right there. A little glitchy, but right down here in the bottom of this one, let's keep an eye on that, because what is happening here is that, and here I was trying to show you all these models and I never was even on it. There you go. Sorry about that. But back to the radar. Look at these storms right here. They're kind of firing up out on this outer loop of the low pressure. This band out here by Wichita Falls is starting to get strong. So let's go ahead and just kind of keep an eye on it. Is it going to do anything? Right in this area right here is where we're going to be watching to see if, down on the bottom of these storms, to see if we might get anything out of it. That looks pretty good. Right there, gosh, almost on the Red River if the river comes up that far. Wichita Falls is the place. But hopefully you were seeing this from earlier. It's the triple R right there, and it's looking kind of crazy. So I also want to look at this model, see what we're seeing. This is tomorrow. So you can see down here in Oklahoma, very late at night, we have the storm coming across. And what I find amazing is these bands. I wonder if I could just go ahead and get that out of, so you can see it, but these bands up here to the north that are all curling around the low pressure, but as this moves east, we've got some storm action, and how it just big time curl around the storm there. So I'm going to see if I can go ahead and take this radar out. Let me transition back over to this for a second. What if I take, there we go. Got rid of that. Now you can see this a little bit better. Big time low pressure associated with Tuesday. This is going into Tuesday night. Just creating all kinds of stuff. All kinds of action. So what about snow? Is this going to produce some snow? I did learn that there's already a watch for Nebraska for storm, but it's for snow, but it's out west. So let's look at the Kuchera model, see what we got. So look at the snow, baby, right there. Now that's all the way out to Tuesday evening, but looks like we're back into some cold weather, and we're back into the snow. Here between Des Moines and Omaha area, that's showing potential for, you know, maybe up to 5-6 inches of snow, which is, it's the backside of this big storm that we were looking at. So Freddie and I, we used to chase things. We would go out east and chase. We couldn't maybe make it down to Mississippi when he was younger, but we would chase the, what we would do is we would chase, you know, the storm over here in this area, get some thunderstorms, maybe even get a, you know, a funnel or a tornado or something. And then on the way back, on this back side of the low pressure, then we would get hit with this snow that comes back and curls around with the north winds and all that. So let's look at one other area associated with this. Let's just go ahead and see what the snow looks like for western Nebraska. There we go. Looks like we might get a couple shots of snow. So that's what's happening up north, while you guys down south get to enjoy the severe weather. So this is the NAM-NEST model for Tuesday. Got it coming across. You've got the line back here, but out in front of the line, you might have some isolated storms that could produce some tornadoes. That's going to be sweeping across the country. And then down here in the evening, down south here, Florida Panhandle, you've got some potential for tornadoes down there. Let's look at the parameters there again real quick. Tornado parameters right there. See those? See that potential down there in the Panhandle? This is at midnight. That look right there. Back it up a couple hours. Right in here around 9, 10 o'clock. Still got tornado potential. Very high out here. Since this is Nam Nest, let's just get a sounding out here. Okay, this is a 23Z. Let's get a sound. Oh, let's get one right there, see what we're looking at. Soundings, you know, people love the soundings. Come on, let's pull it up. Waiting, waiting, waiting. Whoa, there you go. You can't see it. Let's see. Let's see if I can move that over. I'm going to transition you over here and see if I can move this a little bit. To, which one is it? Right there. Now you'll be able to see it. Look at this sounding. It's a PDS. It's a PDS tornado sounding. Click on here. There we go. And that's where it is. That's where I pulled the sounding up. Southern Mississippi is at 23Z. So this would be 5 o'clock. 23Z equivalent is the equivalent to 5 o'clock. So right in this area of southern Mississippi, in the you know, the Mississippi Delta type Mississippi Plains area, you've got a PDS tornado sounding with incredible wind shear. That's pretty amazing. So that's what we're looking at for Tuesday. Moving on at 6 o'clock, still prime time. Let's pull another sounding. 6 o'clock. We'll load it back here while we're waiting. So pretty insane looking sounding. Yeah, let's see what this one looks like. I don't know why it's taking so long. Maybe because I'm streaming off this computer. Maybe that's why it's taking a long time to pull up the sounding. There's another sounding. That's a tornado sounding right there. And that's at about 6 p.m. And that is in Mississippi. Not exactly sure. There's no towns on here where that is, but a little bit south, maybe a little bit southwest of Jackson. So crazy stuff. That's off the Nam Nest model. Let's look at the Nam model for a minute. Supercell composites for Nam. Nam usually looks pretty stout. That's 6 o'clock on the Nam model. I saw 10 here. Right there. NAM model, 6 o'clock. Look at that photograph. Look at this big looping with a loop-de-loop in it. Tornado sounding. Supercharged day on Tuesday. So I think Freddie and Eli are moving their way over to that. Not sure they're going to be chasing tomorrow. If they did, it looks like it's going to be a nighttime thing. But that's some incredible stuff. So good to see you guys in here. Paige, how you doing? Hellcore, LOL, good to see you. Jennifer, Chris's weather. Jasper, Court, the Brave is in here. How you guys doing? By the way, let's see what our storms are doing. See if they're doing anything real quick. Let's check on them. Let's see, I don't think Freddie's still there, so we'll just click off of that. Yeah. Not seeing a lot. Here's basically right now the storms have are losing their threat. This is just basically becoming one big rainstorm with some lightning. And there's not very many DBZs here. Go ahead and look at the velocities. Everything's pretty much just outflow. So for our big chase day, you can still see all these little dots down there. Those are the storm chasers, and they are not seeing a lot. So this is, you know, kind of disappointing for the storm chasers, not disappointing for the people who are in the paths of these storms, but this one just did not have a lot to it. Let's go ahead and check the Amarillo radar, see if there's anything out here. There is not. So basically just not a lot going on. If anything, it would, anymore, it seems like it would be these over here that seem to be, let's check them on velocities or reflectivity. And even those look like they've just lost their steam. So not a lot left. Maybe we check the K radar here. Still nothing. So that's kind of what we have for you. Not a lot today. It was not a big day. Looks like the big day is to come. That will be coming down the pipe. Let's see. I hear something. I hear the dog. Let me see what's going on. Is that a puppy? Okay. Okay, guys. I heard the puppy come barging in, but the puppy. Can you still consider this a little puppy? I mean, would you consider this a puppy? She weighs, I'm going to say over 40 now. Last time, whew, got a little out of breath picking her up. So she weighs, I'm going to say about 41, 42 pounds. So it's like picking up you ever pick up one of those bags of rock salt that weighs 40 pounds? I mean, they're just kind of heavy. But this is Nola. She's no longer the tiny little puppy, but she's still a puppy. She's a big time puppy. And she's a good dog. She likes to ride in the car, so she might be storm chasing with me sometimes, because sometimes it just works out that I have to watch the dog. And if I have to watch the dog might just have to go with me out on a storm chase. But this is Nola. She just got up from her nap. She just came in from outside. And she's a good girl. She's a good girl. A little bitey because she's still a puppy. But she's a pretty good girl. So if you want, you can do some squats with her because she's just really heavy. Okay. Can you open this gate? That's Nola. All right. That's Nola, the storm chasing puppy right there. Whew. She keeps you in shape if you try to carry her around. Yeah, Nola has gotten big, 100%. How is Bro doing? Bro's doing really well. Bro's a kitten also, but growing up. And the problem is that they like to play with each other, but Nola's just a little bit overpowering and a little bit aggressive. But let me see if oh yeah, she's here. Hold on. And Bro is a boy and Nola's a girl. I want to see. Lydia's going to bring. Okay, Lydia's going to bring Bro to me. We'll show you Bro. I know this is not what you subscribed for maybe, but we recognize animals on this channel as well. And we're looking at the weather here. Bro's on his way. Here comes Bro. Bro's been kind of napping. Bro's kind of a nocturnal cat, so he naps a lot. You gonna hold him? Okay, Lydia's gonna hold Bro. Or am I gonna hold Bro? There's Bro. There's Bro. Right there. That's Bro. Say hi, Bro. Wake up, Bro. That's Bro. All right. That's worth the price of admission right there, right? That's Bro. Jacob, Freddie said she's a mix of lab, some type of shepherd, and I think he said boxer. Yeah. So, so Nola, she is, let's see, what is she? 40% lab. I think it's more than, see, we had her DNA tested. I mean, and we sent it to one of the better places to get her DNA tested, but the DNA testing came back that she was 40% Labrador, 20% German Shepherd, And then the other 40% was kind of a mix of things. I had the, maybe I still have the paper laying here. I think I have the paper laying here. Let's see, what's the paper say? Do I still have it? I don't have the paper. I have the paper, but paper's lost in the pile at the moment. But anyway, you get the idea. She's kind of a mixture, but she definitely looks like a lab with all that black color. And but in her face, when she looks at you directly, well, she has a little chow in her too as well, because she has a little wrinkle on her forehead. And then when she looks at you, she in the face, she kind of looks more like a German Shepherd when she looks directly at you. That's the situation. So what's going on in the weather? Is there anything going on anywhere in the United States of America? Let's just zoom out real quick and let's take a look at the entire nation. The entire nation right here. Up in Nevada. What's this up here? Flood warning, maybe? What's going on up here? Ontario. Flood warning. So we got a flood warning, and I imagine this is from ice melt. I'm going to guess that that's from ice melt, because if we look at our temperatures make it up there. Let's go back to singular radar site. Let's pull this up. Yeah, see, 54 degrees. I'll bet what we have going on up here in Ontario. Where is that? That's in Oregon. Let's see what the warning says. See what the warning states. Minor flooding is forecast. So there's the Malheur River is to exceed flood stage for minor flooding through much of next week. This is probably because of the snow melt. Impacts at 21 feet. Now let me show you one of my something. Bear with me here. And let's transition over here. I'll show you a website that I think is pretty cool. And this is actually, again, weather.gov. If you go to weather.gov, actually, I'm going to transition you back because I'm going to fix this real quick. And I'll pull this back up, put it down. Bear with me a second. I'll fix this so you can see it a little bit better. So if we do this, let's unlock it. I'm just going to shrink it down so it fits a little better in the screen. Shrink it down a little more. Fixing things on the fly. See if what it looks like there. You can kind of see it better. Yeah, there we go. So when you go to this site, it's called weather.gov. It's the National Weather Service. Pulls up this map. You can see all these warnings, like out here. If you click on this blue out in Nebraska, it tells you that there is a there's a winter weather watch. But up here at the top, you've got these different bars, lakes and rainfall. So if you click on that, and then it pulls up pretty broad. I'm going to have to shrink it down even more. So give me a second here. You're going to find this interesting. Let me fix this. It's still too big. Let's get it way down here. It's like this. Let's try that. Okay. So if you zoom in, this, when you click on streams and rivers, it pulls up, they have stream monitors, little stations on these rivers that give you a readout of what's going on. Now, I'll show you that in a minute. We had flooding in our town that's just 15 miles away in Columbus. But here's the river, the Malheur River, and you click on that, it pulls up, but you can't see it very well, but it tells you over here if the river is going into flood stage. So this one says it's right now, it's hovering right around the action level here, which is 18.68 feet. But it's forecast to go up into minor flooding and almost up to moderate flooding. This river is forecast to go as high as, at the moment, as 20 feet. So that's that. And then there's one on this little creek out here. You can click on that. And this one's going crazy. Anyway, just a really cool feature on the National Weather Service. You got all these rivers out here. There's something else going on here. What's going on with this one? This one at the dam. It's got observed and forecast. It's forecast to go up. It's in action. So things are a little high at this dam right now. It's in action stage. That's the river map. Sorry, hopefully this is not boring you to tears, but pretty crazy stuff. But then down here, look at all the, we got some stuff going on with associated with these storms here on the Mississippi. Down here at Natchez on the Mississippi River. What's going on down here? We're at action. So right now we're at action, but it looks like it's forecast to go up and touch minor flooding of the Mississippi River, and that is at 48. It's forecast to by March, between March 3rd and 4th. It's forecast to go as high as 48 feet, and that is in the minor flood stage. It's going to touch minor flood stage on the Mississippi River, which is downstream from everything. So that's a pretty cool feature right there, that you can monitor all these rivers. Now, earlier we had flooding in Columbus on the Loop River right here. And this one, you can see that the Loop River at this station is currently running about 7 feet, which is kind of high for the Loop River. And it's forecast to jump up here. That's probably because the ice breaking through. No, this is right about now. Where are we at? Yeah, this shows that in the past, it got up to almost up to moderate flooding. because we did have flooding. This Highway 30 right in this area was closed for a couple days because the water broke through right here and it just totally engulfed this area. Now, what do we got here? Greeting from the UK. Ian from the UK. Do you get any flooding or anything like that in the UK, Ian? Okay, so we're asking, does someone know what the name of the radar is? Yes, the radar is, this one is Radar Omega. And it's actually new radar to me. I have only been using it for not a long time. I wonder if GR pull up. Let's see if GR pulls up. This is GR level 2 radar. And I don't think it's showing it. No, it's not showing GR level 2 on your screen. So I'll just go ahead and put it down. But yeah, this is Radar Omega. But when I'm out chasing, I use Radar Scope. Trying to see if I got it on this computer. Use Radar Scope, which is an app that you can get on your phone. You can also get Radar Omega on your phone as well, and I have it on there. I have not used it on my phone very much, but so it looks like, let's see, let me refresh this. For some reason I'm not live on here. There we go. So it looks like we still got 489 people watching. That's really cool. Hope you're enjoying the stream. And I hope you're having an awesome Sunday. If it's Sunday for you in the UK, you're probably a little bit ahead. You're getting close to, if you're not there yet, to Monday. Because I think you're about, well, from me, you might even be 8 hours ahead. What time is it there, Ian, in the UK? Teaching you how to use it. Yeah. Well, I had a lot of people teach me stuff, but Freddie and I used to actually do a lot of flood chasing in the early days because Freddie, he chased everything. So we had to chase snow, we had to chase floods, we had to chase and he always wanted to chase a hurricane. Well, now he's done that. He's been there, done that. But right now looks like the weather is, well, let's look down here. This is Fort Worth area. So down here in Texas, got some thunderstorms rolling in. Coming into the Fort Worth side. You're beginning to get some rain, a little bit of lightning. Just looking at the reflectivity here. Why is it not? It just locked up on me. Calm down. I'm going to close Radar Omega and reopen it because it just locked up on me. There we go. Let's see if there's any wind associated with this right now. Not a lot. This one down here might get a little bit of rotation, but Basically, not too much happening. Just you got some rain coming in. I wouldn't see much of a threat of anything other than lightning. So right now things are pretty calm. And it looks like our storm chasers are kind of just all over the place up here in Oklahoma area. It looks like they're heading back home. Red dots, chaser locations that haven't been updated in 1 hour. Yep. Let's see if we can locate our chase team, Freddie McKinney. Let's see if we can locate him either by his active dot or his dot, spotter dot that is. He's at Panda Express. Okay. I think Freddie's at Panda Express. Now, where's this at? Just located storm chaser Freddie McKinney on the west side of Lawton, Oklahoma or Texas. Where is he? Where's Lawton? It's Tipton. We gotta find him. We gotta find him. Where is he? It sounds like Texas to me, but Lawton. Where is Lawton? I'm going to have to do a search for that. Someone tell me, where's Lawton? I can zoom out and find it. It is in Oklahoma. So it's in Lawton, Oklahoma. There it is right here. Here we go. What do you think? You think this is him here? Let's click on it. Nope. Oh, he's on the west side. So it might be right there. No. There, no. There, no. Jason Cooley. Come on. Elliot. I don't know. His dot might not be on anymore. Anyway, this does not show where he is, but he's clear out here. He's basically Northwest 82nd Street. It's right here. Here it is right here. The Panda Express is right there. It's right there. Our storm chasers are right there. Orange chicken. Wait a minute. What is orange chicken? Page says I miss orange chicken. High Court. I'm out of Beatrice, Nebraska. Teg, you're in Beatrice, Nebraska. That's pretty cool. That's where our center for the Eagles is from. What's his name? He's the center for the Eagles. I should know that. But anyway, he's from Beatrice, Nebraska. So I see some new ones in here. Jennifer, new to me. Justice. What the red dots mean, yeah. So someone probably already told you that. The red dots are from the spotter network. So these are people that have taken the spotter training, and now they've activated that but apparently the red ones they haven't been active for a time. I have a setting that I have the spotter beacon continue to show for the last like 30 minutes or 45 minutes. I have it set on that setting. If I change that setting, a lot of those red ones would go away, but the green ones are ones that have theirs turned on, and we can locate them. And if I click on this, it gives you a little more information. I'm about to sneeze for some reason, so that's the spotter situation. Here's our storms. Clicking on the radar out of Norman, Oklahoma. Moore, Oklahoma, or Norman, yeah. That's the National Weather Service in Norman. Everything looks pretty calm right now, so the big deal is going to be on what's coming up. So let's click off of that, and this is what's coming up. So what's coming up tomorrow? I don't know, did anybody catch word from Freddie and Eli that are they going to try to chase tomorrow? Let's see if the triple R is out yet. Nope, it's not quite out. For tomorrow, go back to the 18Z. So what it looks like tomorrow, storms, according to this model, are not going to fire until about between 11 and 12 o'clock. And when that happens, we have a line forming west of Oklahoma City, western Oklahoma. Now the thing is, that line has potential for some severe weather. That's this deal right here. And you can see there's tornado potential tomorrow. Today we had a 5% and we didn't get a tornado as far as I'm aware. Tomorrow, we'll see. We'll see what happens. What does it say? Large, let's see. This is what it says. It says the exact magnitude, if you can read all that, get it on your screen there. The exact magnitude of the tornado threat is a bit uncertain given the linear storm mode as well as marginal low-level instability during the overnight. However, the strength of the low-level shear will be sufficient to at least conditionally support a few QLCS tornadoes. QLCS would be quasi-linear convective system tornadoes. And so what they are basically saying for tomorrow night is this line here. This line right here is a quasi-linear convective system. It's a linear mode. But embedded in these linear storms, you can have little supercells embedded in there that can produce tornadoes. That's about the best way I can understand it. And so that being said, let's just take a quick look at a couple things I want to look at here. Let's look at our tornado parameters for tomorrow night. Yeah, right there. There's some yellows. There's some higher parameters up here, and as the night goes on, look at that. Wow. Whoa. This is at midnight. This is at midnight on Tuesday, not Tuesday, Monday night at midnight. Look at the parameters there. No wonder they've got a 5%. Let's see here. Am I live on this? I'm not. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that, guys? Who's Court? Court is Court the Brave. Court's one of our moderators. Yep, take care. And thank you guys for coming in. I know you were moderating for Freddie, and that's super. And I appreciate everybody coming in here. And also thank you for everyone who's subscribed. I don't know exactly how many have done that today, but I appreciate that, and all the likes, because that's one of the things that is helping this channel right now are the subscribers and the watch hours. And so I appreciate you guys jumping in today. That's really helped the channel. It's boosted the watch hours for this channel. I also storm chase on my storm chasing channel, so be sure to check that one out as well. But look at these parameters here. Gosh, that's 1 a.m. and it goes clear up into Kansas. Potential. This is significant tornado potential on Triple R. HD helicity swath. So these are those rotating updrafts. Ooh, my. Look at that. Look at this right up here on the border of Oklahoma and Kansas. That's like 1 and 2 o'clock. Wichita area, I would say be on the alert. Be on the alert for tomorrow, because that actually looks kind of crazy. That's on the Triple R, and then it's going to start working its way over Tuesday during the day over here. But you know, some nocturnal tornado threat up here is for real, it looks like. Let's look at the echo tops. This simulates the storm height, and pretty strong there. Pretty strong supercells embedded within these storms. Some powerful stuff. And then the lightning density. Look at the lightning on that. Wow. This particular feature of this model shows the density of lightning. So there's going to be, it's forecasting that there's going to be an incredible lightning show, which is very dangerous, associated with these storms. Early in the morning. Probably the most intense it's showing is 2 a.m. 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Big time lightning barrage for the Wichita area on down to the border right along Highway 81. So big time lightning. W for 200 likes. Yes. Thank you everyone for all those likes. That's just super. Super duper. Appreciate that. So that's the lightning, and then we see the lightning strikes moving on. Not nearly as intense, but for some reason the lightning tomorrow night is going to be very, very intense. Right now, look at the lightning strikes for tonight. Doesn't look like very much, but boy, tomorrow night, she's charged. Very charged. Do we have that feature on NamNest? Let's see what we got. We do not have it on NamNest. Okay, back to our live weather look. Do we have anything notable going on? Doesn't look to be very good. We do have over in Arkansas just some flooding going on associated with a few rivers. Up here out east, I don't see anything. Everything looks pretty tame. Okay, guys, well, I probably should let you guys go. I appreciate you joining in. It's been wonderful. I mean, this has been a huge boost to my channel, and just appreciate that. You going ahead and hanging in here. It's a Sunday night. And I hope everyone has a great week coming up. There's a lot to do. Many of you have to go back to work tomorrow if you're not working already today. But I just hope you have a wonderful work week. And I will probably be covering Tuesday, since I can't be down there, unless there's some way I can sneak out on a little storm chase on the northern side of things late in the afternoon. Other than that, then I will probably do a live weather coverage for the big event on Tuesday. So really appreciate that. Super thank you to all the moderators today. You guys do such a wonderful job of moderating these channels, especially Freddie's and mine on the storm chasing. But thank you for all that moderation. And I just hope you guys all have a great year and a safe year. So let's see. With that, let me get over to my channel. Let's see here. I think I gotta go here. Yes, cheers to the big start. That's right, Charlie. Cheers to the big start of the big year. But appreciate everyone watching. It's been great. And I hope you have a great year. So thanks for tuning in. Stay positive, stay safe. God bless you. And be sure to, if you haven't done it yet, leave a like and subscribe. And we will catch you next time. But thank you very much. Appreciate that very much.